Hey guys, welcome to the Dead True Podcast. My name's Jimmy.
I'm Dawn.
Steven.
So how's everybody doing tonight, guys?
Awesome.
Good. We got Casey coming in late, I think.
Yes. He's in Bible study. He's been a good boy. So Dawn went over to Kentucky. Tell us what town and where you went to, and tell us all about it, Miss Dawn.
Well, I'm already in Kentucky, so I'm in Ashland, Kentucky, and I went to Cynthiana. It's like 2 hours from me, and that is the home of Robert Kirkman, the writer for The Walking Dead, creator.
Mm-hmm.
And we have the pictures, but Casey has them. We were kind of waiting on him. We were going to show them, but
and Tony Moore.
And Tony Moore.
And like we were talking about, and I think you may have posted something about it, Dawn. It's where they got the inspiration for the buildings in the town where Rick was from in the comics. Because in the comics, he was from Kentucky. In the show, he was from Georgia.
Correct. So I got a picture of the sheriff's office, and I got a picture of the hospital.
Okay, we'll show those a little later on in the show. Is that cool?
Yes, that's awesome.
All right, cool. All right. So, hey, everybody. What's going on, Mr. Jeff, Miss Crystal, Miss Linda? So, how we do on tours this weekend, Mr. Steve?
Let's see. I was only there Friday, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't super crowded. I think there was a lot of people. Was it supposed to be Fandemic or the camp?
The camp.
Oh, okay. Well, there was a lot of people that were in town, but they mostly people that have been to Sonoy a lot. You know what I mean? That necessarily don't take tours and stuff like that, or don't anymore. They've already taken them a bunch. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Miss Crystal, though, there in the comments, we did a custom with her.
That's pretty awesome.
This past week. I think it was Wednesday.
Cool.
How about you, Jimmy?
I did quite a few. Friday was kind of cool. I had some people come up that actually, knew the tour, and she might be in the comments, but we did a tour with them and had a lot of fun with those guys. And then Saturday and Sunday, we had quite a number of people. I had all my tours were not full, but they were pretty cool. I had a lot of people come through though.
Yeah, ours wasn't full either, but it wasn't bad either.
I can't complain. At least they're coming, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And the people that were in town were lucky because Chris had some guests over the weekend, didn't he?
Oh yeah, I missed out on that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Saying Moses and Tashay and who else?
Ed, the guy who played Ed. I can't pronounce his last name. I never can.
And Keith Brooks. That's it.
Keith Brooks, yeah.
Yeah.
One of the claimers.
Mm-hmm. He's the one that tried to mess with Carl, and Rick gave him the old, a bite in the throat. Is that what he gave?
No, not to him. He sliced him, like gutted him.
I got you. That was the head of the
Joe. Joe's the one that got his throat ripped off.
That's right.
Still one of the best scenes in the show, man.
It was pretty awesome. No joke. It was pretty awesome.
Daryl should have done that to Pope just to do a callback. He should have just said, "Rah."
He didn't have a chance. Leah took control.
Jeff says he's an anniversary follower. I wonder what that means. How do we find out who the anniversary? What?
I guess it's the first night he watched it a year ago, I would think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's what it means, Mr. Steven. It's pretty awesome, Mr. Jeff.
What? Is it been a year?
It's been more than a year this show's been on. It's been about a year and a half now. It's been almost 7 months since you've been on, and I think Dawn's almost 4 or 5 months now. So it's been a while. I started this by myself, I want to say about almost a year and a half ago. And it was pretty weird at first and got used to it. So it's all good.
Yeah, I remember. Oh, where'd he go?
He moved the camera.
On. Here, I think we can get him back in. There he goes. Make some noise, Jimmy. Make sure we can hear you.
Yeah, 2 Jimmys now. We're all good. I just touched the wrong button on my phone. It's okay. I actually going to use the camera on my phone because the other camera messed up on me. So, and the camera you actually seen is kind of crappy. So I'm trying to get going with that and get used to it anyway. I don't know. I'm not savvy as Dawn is. She can actually take her phone and kick it to the side, but I'm still trying to get used to it.
Oh, I see Miss Sweet in the comments. I gotta say hey to my lovely wife.
There you go.
Hi, Monica.
What's going on, Miss Monica?
But before Casey gets here, if y'all see me like jump and scream, somebody call 911 and tell them to come to. I ain't gonna give my address. Just tell them Stephen Sweet. They'll know who you're talking about. They've been called a few times. I'm just kidding. But no, I found a snake. I do it in the garage. I have a little thing set up out here in the garage, and like, let's see, last week I did this podcast with a snake running around all around me. I didn't even know it. The next day I came out and saw the snake, and it was huge. I'm just playing. It was really small, but it freaked me out still.
Well, so it wasn't a pet. It was like a snake. It just came through the
garage door. Yeah, at some point it came in the garage door.
Oh, wow.
We know what kind of snake that was?
I don't know. It kind of looked like a water moccasin. Do they like, I mean, we've got like little swampy areas besides us and stuff. Do they come out of the water and go into places like that? The water moccasins?
They will go find another water supply, yes. But as far as
they'll try to, I mean, and he got caught in here. It wasn't
my thing is probably just a black snake. That's what I think it was. But it'd be all right.
Maybe.
Yeah, Stephen was scared either way. It didn't matter.
Hey, I was a little freaked out. I was like, man, what's this toy snake doing right here? And then all of a sudden it started moving. I was like, whoa.
It'd be all right. Yep.
I was sitting there with a coat hanger trying to get it out of there, man. And luckily the stepson brought me a broom, and we was able to scoop it on out.
There you go. As long as he didn't hurt him, he's fine. He was just trying to find a nice place to stay at for the night. Mr. Stephen seemed like a golden opportunity.
I didn't want to kill him. I didn't know. Like I said, I didn't think it was poisonous.
Yeah, there you go. No, he didn't deserve to die. So there you go.
If it's a copperhead or something like that, now y'all don't kill me, but every now and then I'll kill them.
Well, the copperheads have been known to take people out, so I don't really blame that one. But water moccasin too. But black snake don't do anything but kill the water moccasins. And
well, I had my doubts that it was a water moccasin. I think you're right. I think it was just an old black snake.
Yeah, he probably was just creeping around. He's like Stephen Shoe. I got to go jump in there.
Oh, dude, I would flip out. I don't care if it was like one of those gardener snakes, those little harmless green ones. Even if it was one of them, it would freak me out if it was in my shoe.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I got them size 14, 15s, and they could have a home in there.
He was in there nesting. All right, guys, you want to ask me some questions tonight? Y'all want to interview me, or what's up?
Yeah, sure, we will.
Okay.
I wonder how far Casey is.
I have no idea. We can do this until he gets here, though. That'll be fun. I never answered any questions, so it'd be kind of fun if the fans want to ask stuff, they can too.
Yeah. Can you see the comments, Jimmy, or can Stephen?
I can.
I'm gonna let Stephen read them to me. That way,
I can.
Okay.
It'd be back and forth. I'm gonna just answer them naturally. It'd be kind of fun. I think I've done it to all y'all. Y'all haven't done it to me, so I figured it'd be kind of fun.
Well, let me ask you this, Jimmy. I mean, you've told us before, and I know, but what first got you head in to The Walking Dead, to this universe? Like, what was the first thing that you thought, hey, I want to be more than just a regular fan?
Well, I worked at the high school where Otis died, and I got to see him film that, so like it was interesting to say the least. And at the time, I went home and I'm like, I got to watch a show. So, of course, season 1 had already aired. And I went over there and started watching that. And at the time, I was married. And I was like, you got to watch this. And she's like, I don't watch no damn zombies. And I'm like, just watch it. And she's like, okay. So, next thing I know, we were watching it. And she got hooked, too. And we basically started going to – it was filmed around here. So, I was like, I want to kind of go meet some people. And we went out to the Colwell tanks, which were the Merle and the Merle and Daryl's fight scene. And
So that was going to be my next question. That was your first location?
Yeah. That was my first location was a school because I worked there.
I meant technically the one you sought out and went to.
No, they were actually filming that night, so I actually was just chasing filming. Yeah. Yeah, because we were supposed to go to Grantville, and it fell through, so we went to the next week, and we actually went over there and seen that the Coldwell tank's being filmed. And we went over to base camp. There's like 3 or 4 people over there, and it was kind of different, man. Like we were up there, and there was like you see Norman walking back and forth, and it was not like you would think. Like people didn't really care, and like we were up there, and this lady had a dog. It's like a little chihuahua. And Lori Holden walked out and said, I pet your dog. And she said, yeah, of course. And she sat there and Lori Holden pet this dog, I think for 35 minutes. And only one person asked for a picture, and it wasn't me. Like I didn't ask for anything. I was just watching stuff. And she's like really, really sweet and really nice. And she kind of walked back to her trailer. And then we walked over to where they were filming at. And I remember it just had got dark. And it just, you started seeing these gunfires and smoke coming from the top of the buildings where I guess they were trying to escape. At the time, Merle and Daryl were back to back, I guess. We couldn't see down into the arena, but we could see above, and they had people on top of there firing off, and it was a cool experience. And that's where I basically started going to do more and more after that.
Well, we got a fan question here.
Yeah, what's up?
We got a couple. We'll do the first one here. Maria wants to know, how do you want to see the show end?
I would like to see the comic book end, but with Judith. So I like to see Judith talking to her family, like her kid on it, sitting on her knee, talking to her kids about Rick and her brother. And I want them to kind of hit the story. Do I think that's going to happen? I hope, but I don't know. Something tells me that Rick's gonna wake up in his coma and everything's gonna be okay, but you never know. You got to spend. You got Mr. Casey coming up, by the way. There we go.
I think it's gonna end like that too. Maybe I don't know if they're gonna do it with Judith, but I hope that it ends in like a way, like I've been saying, where their stories have become like myth and legends. You know what I mean? And somebody's telling that story, or it's hopefully old lady Judith. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. That'd be kind of awesome, actually. I really think so.
Hey, Jimmy, what's up? I mean, Casey.
Hey guys,
what's up to Jimmy too?
What's up?
I guess. That long, you forgot my name?
Don, what's up? We're asking Jimmy some questions.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
And we got let's see, we got another fan one right here real quick. Let's see.
Okay.
Hey,
all right.
Hey everybody. Sorry I'm late.
Yeah. We got Teresa asking, what tours do you do, Jimmy?
Well, I do the Harrelson tour, which is the Sorrowful Life and Hair on the Doorpost episodes from season 3. I also cover season 3, episode 1, just a little hair of it, because they actually went to a pharmacy to get some medicine for Andrea when she was sick. So I cover that. Also, I pretty much can tell you pretty much anything. I do send a lot of people over to Steven, which he does Sonoya tours. But basically, that's what I do now. I used to do Grantville back in the day, and I'm over in Harrelson now. I've been in Harrelson for about 7 years, 6 or 7.
That's about right. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a long time.
Yeah, I enjoy it though. It's not about, and Steven, you can back me up on this. It's not about The Walking Dead to me. It's about the new fans. It's like seeing people come through and they're really, really happy and they're excited, and you get to kind of show them stuff. It's like when Casey comes up, he's like a big kid, and I show him around. And
I am.
It's just kind of fun to see them light up. It really is, because you're able to show them stuff that they only dreamed about seeing, and it's kind of cool to see them come out of their little shell on that. It really is. They're really excited.
That's
like
what Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, like when I found the MRE.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, Dawn started tripping when she seen the MRE. She's like, "Can I have it?" I'm like, "You found it. I guess it's yours."
That's cool.
Yeah,
Well, That's what I forget sometimes, man. Like I'm about the same, I think the same amount of years doing tours as you are. I think I'm at 7 too in Sonoy. But
Yeah.
I forget when when I put a private tour together, I always think they're not gonna like this or they're not gonna like this spot. But I forget that, fans coming down that aren't doing this every day or all the time, that it's extra special to see little spots even. I forget how I felt when I first started going to them myself. And even if I got a shot at a distance of a place, it was still really cool to me. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, and that's what I kind of remind myself all the time. And people you say I get complacent, and I do. I mean, me and Steven see it every day, just about. But it's those new people come in, their eyes light up. It's like taking Casey or Don somewhere, and they're like, "Oh my God, look at that!" And I'm like, I've seen it a million times, but seeing it through somebody else's eyes just kind of it gives me joy to see them happy.
Right. That's a good way to put it.
That's the reason why I do what I do. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you, Teresa. I appreciate that. And she said she took a tour.
Yeah, that's cool.
Let's see. Cool. Michelle here says, what's your favorite location to show fans at? I mean, I know you're at Harrelson, but what's your favorite thing there to show them?
Harrelson, it would probably be the Merle Barn, because I mean, a lot of people always think about the Governor Rick Meeting Barn, but they forget about the Merle Barns. When I take them in there, they kind of light up and they get excited because that is where Merle got shot at by the governor. And not a lot of people got to go in there. They always forget about it. So when they're taking pictures, it's where Daryl killed or stabbed Merle in the head. But if you actually go into the building where he's shooting at the governor, he shot Ben instead. It's kind of like, they don't think about it. It's like another, oh my God, we get to go in there. Like, yeah, we got keys to it and everything. It's great. But we go in there and we have a good time with them, and we kind of reenact some of the scenes, like we're shooting out the window, like we're Merle. And that's my thing. It's the pictures. Like Steven, you do something different. We all try to do something different. But how I bring it, I think you have a book, right? And you kind of show them the book, and you get that kind of direction. I try to go another direction. I try to put them into the scene. So I try to do my best to take that picture and make them Rick and make them Michonne or make them Negan. Negan ain't even in my season, but I try my best to bring them to that.
And see, that's what differentiates everybody, because you've got special. I mean, you can get into all those buildings and do that. You know what I mean? Or get onto that property and really walk them through. Hopefully one day we'll be able to do that with like Alexandria. I mean,
I'm hoping so too. I think, doing the tours over the years, I've always heard, why can't I go to Alexandria? And sometimes I know and sometimes I don't. And my thing is, if you're going to put candy in front of a kid, you ought to let the kid play, at least taste the candy every once in a while. Let them walk around the streets. It wouldn't hurt anything. You know what I'm saying? But I understand the studio's got a different point of view, and that's okay. To me, it's about having fun. And if they were in there messing it up, they don't deserve to be in there. But honesty, it couldn't hurt nothing to let them walk down the road. It really couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
I think there'll be a compromise in April. I hope so. We got word that we'll revisit it in April, whether we'll be able to ride people through on golf carts.
Oh, cool.
But it's not a yes at all. They said that they would talk about it. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, so you're saying
there's no chance. Yeah. As long as there's no spoilers,
there's a chance.
There's a chance.
You didn't say no.
Jim Carrey quote.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, and thank you to Crystal too. Crystal, like I said, she did the custom tour with us this past weekend.
Cool.
We actually were over in your area there, Jimmy.
Cool. That's awesome. Did you come see the church and everything?
We did. That's
awesome.
That's the group we took to the church. First time I'd ever been there. It was really neat, man.
Oh, cool.
I really
have a question for you, Jamie.
Yes, ma'am.
I actually have a question for all three of you. Y'all can answer. Okay. What is your favorite location when you go? You're just like, this is Walking Dead to me, like the one location.
Oh, I think
not one on your tour, just any location.
I think we're all going to say the same one, man.
Now, I know what we're all going to say.
Wait, let's do it. count to 3. Everybody say it at the same time, okay? 1, 2, 3.
Clear.
Grantville.
Clear.
Same thing.
Yeah, Morgan's
totally.
apartment.
It's just that whole town, man. It just feels like The Walking Dead still. I rode through there this weekend. They were filming that movie Till, and they had it turned back time. You know what I mean? To like the 50s. I don't know when that happened. But
my question was: is the Way With You all still got Away With You on it?
I did. Yeah, it was still on there. Yeah, it was.
Okay, well, they didn't mess with that. I'm good.
I mean, they may have covered it up somehow, but it still had it on there because we rode through there on that private tour when they were filming, and it was still there. Yeah.
That's all I wanted to know. Right. Now, my question to everybody on here is why that episode's so personal to you, and why do you like it?
For me, it ain't even really the episode. That was my favorite episode, probably. I mean, it's at least in the running. I don't know. It's number 1, I would say.
Give personal reasons too, though.
For the episode?
No, just for anything you feel personally about it. Period. The town, the episode, anything. Why are you so attracted to it?
It's just, I don't know. It's a weird feel. I think it's a spooky town, man. And like you have an eerie vibe when you're there. I don't know. And Miss Mary, she's a big part of it.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
I saw her this past week in Hogansville, as a matter of fact. Saw her in Hogansville.
Yeah.
I guess that's where she lives. She said that's her stomping ground. But I don't know. It's hard to really. That's probably one of the first places outside of Sonoy that I went to. You know, that's a whole town with a few different filming locations. And just something about that town's always just been cool to me. Like, if anybody's got time to kill on the weekend when they come take a tour, I'm like, look, you know, go down the road to Grantville and just get out and walk around and look up the filming locations and see which ones you can find. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
What about y'all? What?
Go ahead, Case.
Oh, for me, it's because it's still a small town. So, you know, unlike Sonoy, you don't have a lot of restaurants. It's definitely not as busy. So, you know, it's kind of quiet there, and you can really soak in the set. Like, it kind of reminds me of Universal Studios backlot tours. You know, like that row of buildings that was the department. It's like a Hollywood set to me. And then for me, it was also the first time I got a tour, and Mayor Jim was doing the tours then. So I really got that. You know, it was my first kind of personal experience with the whole touring aspect. Just hearing the stories, hearing the back scene, getting to go in the apartment. I mean, just to see, and you know, to see the recreation of all the clear room that Morgan was in. And the fact that I got to stay the night there. So, you know, I spent like a week there, you know, when I was filming, when Wayne and I were shooting footage for that documentary, I stayed there for a week. So, I mean, I felt like I lived there, right? I basically did for a week. And then on a more personal level, just knowing the guys who recreated that room, right? Patrick and Jonathan, just, you know, getting to know them and just seeing what they did and their heart, and you know, just seeing the hard work and just as fans for fans, you know, the work that they did to bring it to life for all of us. And I hate that building's been sold, and I definitely, you know, am sad for their loss, because you know, it'd have been great to see, you know, their work last longer. Yeah, it's very personal for me.
Yeah. You got anything to say, Miss Dawn, about it? What's your favorite one? You got any interesting question?
I was going to say the first time I went to Grantville was probably this time last year.
Is Grantville yours though?
No, I was just going to say the first time I drove in, it was like I was in the TV show.
Right.
That's how exactly makes you feel. Yes. You feel like, I feel like I'm in The Walking Dead.
Yep.
But yeah, and it's like when you're there and you could stay all night, you could play the episode, and we would run into the other side and run back and watch and go, you know, and act out the spots and stand where they were standing. I think that's the closest you can feel like you're part of the show.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why a lot of people like Grantville. But I have so many favorite locations. 18 Miles Out is one of my favorites because I love that scene. And I also love the scene where Shane's looking out into the field and sees a lonely walker that's near there. So I kind of really, that's a favorite location. And of course, Terminus is too.
Oh yeah.
That's a good one.
That's an awesome, like when you see that, that is powerful. Like you don't think so when you see it on TV, but when you see it in person, it's like bigger than what you think it's going to be, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's a very historical like building. I mean, it doesn't get treated that way. It's not, it's more of industrial, you know what I mean? But that whole complex has been there for a long time, like a long time.
And I like Rick's Bridge because it's very sentimental. That's a sentimental spot. You know, you can look at the spot where Daryl was watching. I mean, that's just a really powerful location.
Yeah, you can put yourself in his shoes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about the arena? I know that one was a good one.
Yeah.
I forget about that one.
Yeah, I compare it to like the Coliseum, right? It's like the Coliseum of The Walking Dead, where you can, by standing in the middle of that, you can like put yourself in the shoes of the characters, you know, fighting the walkers. Like I know it sounds silly, but
no, that's one too that you know, we at Atlanta Movie Tours. Fortunately, I got the chance to go in there a lot, a lot. And when I would take, I mean, sometimes I would have groups of 30. Heck, sometimes there would be 2 busloads of 60. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And when you take them in there, you know, the number one thing I would always hear is like, this is The Walking Dead. Like this building, the way it's got the overgrown and the windows missing, you know.
Yeah.
And it's also got that eerie feeling once you're down there.
Yeah,
like,
it does.
And I love those kind of locations where you're just like kind of unsure at first and then you warm up to it.
You feel like you're going in the pit, right? Like they're going to bring out the walkers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, my favorite location, of course, is Clear. That interesting fact, first time I ever went down there, I got my ex-wife knew Amber. So she's like, they're recreating the apartment down there. Let's go see it. And I'm like, okay, let's go. So we went down there and I went upstairs where they had it, and Patrick and Jonathan was over there doing the walls. And I was like, y'all need any help? And they're like, no, man, we got it. I was like, okay. So I was like, went downstairs, my head down. It's cool, whatever. And anyway, Patrick called me back up, and then he's like, well, he goes, what are you doing? I said, nothing, just kind of hanging out. He goes, you want to hang out with us? I said, sure. So I think the next day we met Casey. We were just kind of hanging out in the town, you know, shooting the breeze. And, you know, we started having dinner with everybody and getting to know them. Patrick, Jonathan, Kaylee, you, Jim, Amber. I mean, there's numerous people. We had over 40 people used to hang out every Saturday night with us. And that was my fun time. I mean, I had a great time there. And I remember Marlene went to Harrelson first. I was stubborn. I stayed behind. I was like, this is my home. I'm staying here. It's fine. You go over there. And I did the tour by myself for like a year. And, you know, Jim would do it on Friday nights. Of course, that was Jim's thing. He put his little cowboy hat on. He had a little microphone. And he did the tours, and I did them during the week. He did them on Friday and Saturday. And, I mean, Patrick and Jonathan would come up and hang out all the time, and they would do the tours with us. And I remember I woke up one morning, and they said Patrick had passed away. And it messed with me kind of bad. And I went down there about 3 or 4 times trying to still do tours down there, and I couldn't pull myself together. And I went over there to Harrelson. I started hanging out over there more, and finally I left and went there. Yes, last year, you know, we lost, you know, Jonathan. So
yeah, that's the one thing I regret. I never really got to know those guys. Like I've met them before, but I never got the chance to really get to know them.
Yeah, they were. I was closer to Patrick than Jonathan because Jonathan was kind of like he was kind of like I'm gonna hang out by myself type deal, and I'm too cool for school, But me and Pat got really close, man. We were doing Walker signings, and the first Moses had his first Walker signing down there in Grantville.
Yeah,
and I remember we had a ton of them. We would have them every weekend, and it was a blast. We had this thing called Kids Day where we had Callie Samantha and the Judah twins, and we literally had a ball. We had over 150 kids down there that day.
Yeah,
and it was crazy, and the amount of fun we had down there was just unreal.
Mm-hmm.
So when Patrick passed away, I couldn't function down there. I couldn't be me anymore down there. So when I go down there, people see the show, I see them.
Mm-hmm.
I do. That's what I see, and that's why Granville's dear to me. It's not. It's about the times I had down there with them and Jim and Amber and all of us. And it's about Patrick and Jonathan. It's what it's about to me. It's not anything other than that. And I love that. I did that tour for years.
Right.
And I still do it at times for y'all on here. But can I manage to do a tour down there every day? No, I couldn't. I couldn't do it. I couldn't bring myself. But that being said, that's an awesome place. And I just, Daryl got his second crossbow there at the end of the episode. And Don's little trivia question.
Oh, yeah.
But, it's one of those things where, it meant a lot to me. And the pain that Morgan went through, that just fucking awesome. I mean, the way, he pulled it all together and stuff. So, I've lost a ton of friends, just like Casey and Steven has over the years. And, I just, as fans, I've been in this now for 10 years, and I will never get over losing another friend because they're family through this.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of people that's passed away through The Walking Dead, and that's why I look at it so personal. This is not a job to me. This is hanging out with my family every day, even when I don't know them.
Right.
So there you go. That in a nutshell.
Mm-hmm.
You're right, man.
Yeah. Any more questions?
Any more questions in the comments too that want to ask anybody? Fire it off. Anybody here will be glad to answer any questions, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But
got any trivia? Blast on with them. She blasts everybody up.
I know, right? Don's good now.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, even though I didn't know Patrick that well, whenever, we would do tours with Atlanta Movie Tours, I would always pay respect to him. Whenever we went in there, I would always bring him up. And then I don't think at that time, what's the other guy's name again? Remind me.
Jonathan.
I don't think he had passed away at that time. I think he was still alive.
Yeah, probably not.
He just passed away this year. So, I mean,
it was very recent.
Yeah.
Very recent.
Yeah. They go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I don't even. I was just.
It's okay. But no, my favorite thing about the locations, no joke, is going to find a new one that Casey hasn't found yet.
Yeah.
When I find that location, Casey just kind of goes up like a big ball of light. He's excited. I still
And
remember.
then you show me.
I know. Well, Don posted one the other day on, in the group.
Yeah.
I actually got the trivia right. I couldn't believe it. I happened to just be on, so I never get those. So I was so excited. I actually got one.
My favorite time to take you to location, no shit, was the damn school, because we went in there and nobody else was allowed in besides me because I had keys to it. Casey's over there running around. I got in trouble, but it was fun.
I didn't mean to get you in trouble, but I was having a blast.
It's okay. It's okay.
Hey.
It's fine.
Barbara,
got a question
she
for
wants
you.
to know any location you have not been to that you want to go to.
That's a
Is
good
that?
question.
Yeah.
You want to go first? Or this is for me or for everybody?
We can all do it after you, but this is all about you, my friend.
Okay. The location that I wanted to go to would probably be anything at the studio, because I didn't take the studio tour. I was going through my little downtime during that, and I never got to go. I kind of regret that a lot. But anything at the studio itself, I never got to take that studio tour, and they shut it down right when I was coming back. They're like, cut it off. Like, really?
Yeah.
I was like, really? Yeah, but I never got to do the studio tour. That's my biggest regret.
Yeah, no, I mean, mine was Jekyll Island, Driftwood Beach, but I finally got to go there. Me and Monica went there this past summer.
There you go.
Yeah, that's on my list. I still haven't done that. Mine's the farmhouse.
Oh yeah, definitely. I don't know what I was thinking. What the
Man,
heck?
I gotta see that.
I was
want to
thinking.
see that farmhouse.
I guess I was thinking like realistically because I don't think we'll ever get to see.
Oh, I know. Right? Oh, sorry. We're realistic.
No, I don't know. No, it could be that. The farmhouse is a great answer.
Man,
I got an answer to solve that. We could build a big balloon like Up and just sail over there and then just start
Right?
declining and going in there. It's like we just had a balloon wreck.
no doubt, man. And
Here's. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say I came close. I don't know how close I came, but while we were trying to film a documentary, I had gotten in touch with somebody who could get me in touch with that family to try to, because I wanted to do an interview, because I heard all the stories how the family really didn't like the filming there, so I really wanted to hear that story, but yeah, we didn't. It didn't work out, so I was like, darn it.
Here's a great question right here from Crystal. Which character do you most identify with?
Ooh, that is a good question.
I got some good questions.
That is. You guys deep.
Huh. Okay.
All the questions have been pretty good.
I would say I would say Morgan, if anybody. Because he was, I don't know, I'm kind of a bit of a loner in my personal life, and I guess that's kind of where I come from. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of, people see me out and about, but truth is, I'm hanging out downstairs yelling at my kids. That's where I'm always at. I'm always at home. I'm kind of a homebody. But yeah, that's I kind of I love family. That's the big deal with me. So it'd be Rick or Morgan because that's all he cared about was their family.
Mm-hmm. I can see that in you, bud.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a tough one. If I don't know.
Oh, it's easy for me.
What
Who's
you got?
you?
I'm Jerry all the way.
Oh, without a doubt.
And seriously, not even just for looks. Like,
yeah, I was about to say
his carefree attitude, his deuce. You know what I mean? Like I get his humor.
it's not just the looks, dude. I see a lot of Jerry in your personality. Like Jerry Cooper, like you guys are just so lighthearted and fun, and like just so welcome, and I mean everything.
Yeah. So yep. He's the on-screen version of me.
I kind of see it. I really do. What you got, Miss Dawn?
Oh, probably Rick. Because the loyalty and the family and,
Oh, yeah.
That's cool.
I have no idea. I guess shit, I'd have to think about that one, man. I'm trying to think of who I would. I mean, I got so many favorite characters. I'm trying to think who I could identify with. Like, I don't know. I like Negan and like the whole redemption thing. You know what I mean? Like, I like that, but that's new. I like Aaron. I mean, Aaron. I don't know.
You're more like Aaron, Steven.
Well, I know I'm not like Negan. I'd like to think that I would be more like Aaron.
I can see, no, but when you brought that up, I can see that now.
Yeah.
I can see Aaron. Yeah.
Like I really like that character, even though he wasn't even in my favorite seasons. Probably that character is a great character, dude. He's just awesome, and Ross is awesome too.
Yeah. We got any more questions at all? I know everybody's saying I should have took the studio tour. I know. I know.
Same. I missed it too, and I hate that. I hate that it's
gone.
I
thought that thing was going to be for a couple years. I was like, I got time, no big deal. And
same.
Now, like, wow, really? So yeah.
I'll promise you this. I can't promise it, but I don't think there'll ever be a studio tour again. But if we get the chance to go in Alexandria, you guys are first to be invited with me.
Appreciate it, Mr. Steven.
Bring
I
Monica
appreciate that a
too.
lot.
Monica ain't never seen it either, but
Oh, that'd be so
Well,
cool.
Monica's got to go before us. It's okay. Well,
Oh,
me
I
and
know,
Faith
right?
can sit
oh,
She's
we
back.
got
can fit
dibs.
we can fit a lot on the golf cart now. I
You do
mean,
have a limo.
We
You do
like
have a
y'all to have a
limo.
nice romantic night in this Alexandria.
but I don't want people to think that I'm saying we're going to get to go it. But I mean, we are fighting for it, or not fighting for it, but really, really pushing to try to get in it before they take the walls down. Maybe let's go in there, maybe keep it around for 5 months to a year, maybe.
I hope so.
That would be kind of cool. But I'm just saying, a little champagne, Stephen and his woman just riding through there, Miss Monica, and just take it one day at a time.
Oh, I'm gonna try my best to get Monica in before it ends, man.
There you
That's
go.
awesome. That's awesome.
All you gotta do is just find a hookup with somebody. I gotta go tell them my secrets.
Oh yeah, I found out somebody who lives in there, and yeah, I was like, man, I really.
They probably could make it happen for you. I'm
That's
just
awesome.
saying. I'm just saying they probably could. But are we gonna talk about Dawn's trip?
Please
Yeah.
do.
Go ahead, Miss Dawn.
Well, I was gonna let Casey put some pictures up.
Yeah, let me get that up real quick. Got them loaded.
So just a little for those who just now are joined in before we talked about it earlier. Dawn went to, like, in my opinion, this place in Sonoy are the two most iconic Walking Dead towns you can go to. This is on my bucket list. I know it's on Jimmy's too, and probably Casey's too. We all need to take a group trip up there and meet Dawn.
Yeah.
But I'll let Dawn tell you the name of the town and what it's all about.
You're better at the comic stuff than I am, so you can go for it, Stephen.
Well, is it Cynthiana?
It's Cynthiana.
Cynthiana, there you go. So it's where Kirkman and Tony Moore, the original artist, was from. And also in the comics, in Rick's hometown, this is the buildings they based the buildings on from the comics. Like, so this is like locations before Sonoy. Like, this is like comic book filming locations pretty much, but without the filming part.
It's the inspiration. That's cool.
Right. It's a comic book location. They look just like them too.
It does. Is that the sheriff's building? Because that looks just like the one in Atlanta.
I know the sheriff's office was looking at me like, why is this woman out here taking pictures?
Well, I don't know if did you get that comic book one where it shows the comic book? Like the drawing of the comic book up there?
No, I think I sent it to him. Yeah.
Right here.
Because it looks,
it looks just like it. Yep.
And I think from the other angle, maybe it looks even more like to the left a little bit.
Which one?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if there's a picture of it on here, but.
Oh, gotcha.
Like, doesn't it open up into a bigger building to the right there, Dawn?
No, it's just a little building. No, it doesn't open that much more up. No, I have another picture. No, it's not very big. It's bigger in the back, but not on the side.
Well, is that the one? Or because
that's the Harris County Sheriff's. That's just right down the road from the mural where it is.
But is there a Cynthiana City Police? Because I think that might be the.
Because this says the sheriff's office.
Okay, I don't know. I'd have to look at it because I've seen a comparison shot. Yeah.
And then this is the hospital, the Harris County.
Oh, let me pull that up.
Yeah.
Harris Memorial Hospital.
Oh, so that's where Rick was admitted at?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I think there's a shot of it from the comics as well.
Did you see one?
Cool.
Yeah, I saw it back there.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. So,
and it does go like up a hill too when you go to it. It goes up.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
on an incline. Yes.
You should have took a picture right there like you're that zombie, Dawn. If somebody took a picture.
It was too hard for me to do that by myself.
I know.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely need to plan a trip up there and do that.
So
That's
maybe
amazing.
I'm looking at a picture now. If I send you one, Casey, can you put it up?
Yeah.
Or is it too late?
No, text it to me and I'll save it.
I'll send it to you. Will it work over Messenger?
Yeah, I can save it there.
And there's their little sign when you come into town.
Home
That's
of the
pretty
Walking
cool.
Dead. That is cool.
Yeah, that's one of the main things I want to get a picture of right there.
Right?
That's pretty cool.
Hold on, let me save these.
So, yeah, the one I sent you, Casey, it's a horrible picture, but you can see maybe the backside of it or something, Dawn. But there's a sign, the side of it that looks identical to what it was in the comics. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if it's the county or if they have a city sheriff's department too. Maybe.
It was really small. It was only like 7,000 population.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was
you
really
wouldn't
small.
think so.
And it was so weird because when you go through the town, it was so small, and then it had like the railroad tracks. It gave you that vibe of The Walking Dead, like in Georgia.
Well, they used to have a Walking Dead day there,
Mhm.
where Kirkman would come out, Tony Moore would come out, and they would recreate like the comic, like the apocalypse looking scene in the streets.
Now, I didn't go around the back. I just went to the
See,
front.
I think it may be around the back or something, but you see what I'm saying? Like if that
Mhm.
picture, I've seen a better quality of that picture, and
Version
you
of
can
this.
see the Cynthiana or whatever on the actual cars.
Mhm.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, I saw a police officer, and I thought, well, here I'm taking pictures of the sheriff's office. If I take a picture of the car, they're gonna think, what's this lady doing?
Right.
And I was gonna go around the building and take it, but I just, where I was by myself, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I'm gonna do
Yeah,
that.
you didn't have nobody to bail you out.
Yeah.
You got arrested.
Exactly.
So how impressive was this, Dawn?
It was
This
wow.
looks-
It was wow.
Wow.
Somebody needs to do one in Atlanta. You know, they got that Living
Right?
Walls. They got that Living Walls project in downtown Atlanta where they commission out different buildings for local artists to do their work on. That way, you just don't have the random graffiti. We need to find somebody that can do
That's
one
crazy.
in Atlanta.
Dude, that's
Pretty awesome.
good.
Like, it looks real. It's kind of crazy.
It
Yeah.
does.
Well, that's the only one I've ever heard of because there's still a lot of murals out there, but that's the only one that AMC is like endorsed, kind of like they.
Oh, did they really?
I mean, they put it on like Talking Dead on promos, all kind of stuff.
Wow. That's amazing.
So I'm
Man, look at
almost
Dawn.
wondering if
Look how small Dawn is compared
no,
to
that was my next question was how big it is, but I can tell now.
Mhm.
Oh snap! I didn't know Don was in the picture.
Yeah,
Check out
she's
this.
in Daryl's armpit right there.
There's a
I
stamp.
kind of wonder if AMC and Kirkman had something to do with this being put up and like had somebody come do it that way, like perfect.
Right.
Well, there was this kind lady that went by, and she's like, "I'll take your picture." She said, "I do
No
this 2 or
way.
3 times a." She goes, "I do this 2 or 3 times a day."
That's awesome.
Dang, man, I need to go up there for like a month and try to do tours or something.
Right? Yeah, I was trying to
That's
see
pretty
if
massive.
did the artist sign it? Is that the signature?
It says 2016 on there, so
2016. Okay.
yeah,
It doesn't have an artist credit anywhere.
you can't tell. It looked like initials, but I didn't see
Oh.
anything.
Okay. Yeah, I was trying to see if I can. That's cool, man.
That's
Rick looks
awesome.
awesome there,
I know.
I mean, that's some good portrait work right there.
right?
Yep.
How
And
do
the
you
streets
do
are
that?
really small. Like, see the sidewalk right there? Like,
Mhm.
it's like a
Well-
2-lane, and then like there's buildings right there. It's really tight and
Wow.
small town.
And you got to
Wow.
think that making them that big and detailed, like that's not easy, man. You can make them warped.
No.
You could make them warped easy and make them look totally weird.
And then they have that
Right.
little Walking Dead chair there that you could
Yeah,
set.
that's cool. That looks like Tony Moore right there.
Yeah. That's pretty neat. That reminds me of the artwork that used to be in the hall at Morgan's apartment.
Oh, okay.
Remember
Yeah.
that?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So was that like a bench, Dawn? Did they
Yes.
have different painted benches all around town?
No, that was
Like-
just the one, and it was
Well,
right there in front.
I didn't mean necessarily Walking Dead, but do they have like any other like art on the benches, or was that just for Walking Dead? Period.
That was just right there. I didn't see anything.
Oh,
anywhere
okay.
else.
So that's the portraits in the background there, then, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay.
Oh, there's kind of the hill.
Yeah, that's almost perfect right there.
Okay, there you go. Wow, that's cool.
See the hood of my car there.
Oh, it's all good. That's it.
We got to go, y'all.
Yeah, what is this?
That's
for a spoiler. You need to hide that.
Oh snap! Why you got in there then?
My bad.
No, I think he meant. I would have done it too. It was in the same group.
I have no idea. I guess that's one. Well, that's part of that, ain't it, Don?
Yeah.
Right.
It is. It is.
I mean, can we talk about it since it's already up there?
Well, I was gonna say, Don, you want to tell us what's going on in the World Beyond in general, like what happened this last episode, or I know something happened that might be a spoiler. So,
well, that was from Fear.
Yeah, that one was.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
And I was wondering
cool
if
going
that
on?
was the same symbol that Alpha had on her belt.
It sure
that was
looked
on
like
that
it.
box.
I think it is.
Looked like it.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't know if it was an Easter egg or whatever. And I had sent that to ask you all what you all thought about it.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
It
was stuck in the middle. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Well, they've kind of been. It's kind of weird because I've noticed. It looks like they're kind of just placing, like you said, random Easter eggs in those different spinoffs. Because what they had the one that one doctor that Eugene brought up in World Beyond,
Right.
and the what was it? The what project or genome? The genome, whatever. And it was talking about that, but I don't think that really goes anywhere else, does it? It's just like a little callback, little Easter egg.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, so you don't know if they're like Easter eggs that are meant to be part of the
Right,
world, or
right.
just Easter
Just
eggs,
callbacks.
Right.
And I don't like
Right.
that. They gotta start tying it in. They
Tie
gotta
it.
start.
I know,
Yeah.
right. Especially final season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So should I say anything? You might want to put spoiler alert up there.
Spoiler alert, Kevin.
Spoiler alert! If you hadn't seen what the
World Beyond,
the one that's on AMC Plus, so a week ahead, right?
correct.
So yeah, if you don't want to know,
Put
put it on mute. Don't tune out. Put it on mute. Still watch it.
I'm not going to tell the whole episode, but
No.
At the end, of course, we see Jadis, and she's a warrant officer, which I'm kind of wondering how she got that rank. And her last name is Stokes, which is Gabriel's last name, which I thought was interesting.
Interesting.
Yes.
So there's been the same amount of time passed in that show as there is in The Walking Dead. Is that right? Like, so it would be 6 years after we last saw her, pretty much, or no, more than that, really.
Yeah, more. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's kind of on the same timeline, but Fear's a little different.
Yeah, Fear's like a little bit off, but not much, right?
Right.
Did she have like Rick's boot or anything? I want to know who Rick is.
She had a chili bowl, didn't she?
No, she was basically coming in to where they were having a test subject and saying that she was in charge because the lieutenant colonel, she had to go back to the Civic Republic, so they have to answer to her now, which is Jadis, which I don't understand why she has so much power all of a sudden.
Right.
But you only got like the last 2 or 3 minutes of her, so Huck,
Well, she did give him a B, didn't she? She did give him a B. She lied about the A, so that might have been what it is.
Now, are these the kids that see her or somebody else?
It's a doctor.
Oh, okay.
There's a doctor that is there's a test subject. I don't want to give too much away, but this test subject is not a walker. They're like testing on someone that was in the Civic Republic Army and questioned them, and now they're a test subject. So I don't want to give away who it is. You'll find out if you've been watching it. But the doctor said, "This is my last chance, isn't it, to get this right?" And that's when Jadis took her mask off and said, "Yes, you're going to have to answer to me."
Oh,
so she's still an asshole. I was kind of hoping she would be cool, like.
Well, when you see when you see the trailer for the next one, she's talking to Huck, which is the daughter of the commander, and like they were kind of friendly. So she kind of had a friendly conversation with her.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hoping it's going to tie in and we're going to find out something in the
Right.
next couple episodes.
Yeah, Maria says maybe she always had the power.
Right.
She was the leader of her group, so
yeah, I'm right there with Linda. Whoop whoop.
Woo, bring it on.
But I don't want to say too much. I'm kind of walking around because I don't want to ruin it for anybody. But
So back here and all this crossovers, is Dwight still in Fear?
I'm sorry, you broke up.
Oh, broke up there.
Is Dwight still alive in Fear?
Yes, and so is Sherry.
Okay, so we could still get Dwight and Morgan somehow finding their way back to the show this last season. That's what I want.
Well, Sherry told Dwight that she was going back to kill Negan on the show.
Oh,
hell no.
Last season she did.
Who she thinks she is, Maggie? She can't just run off like that and come back and start talking stuff like that.
Dwight. She left Dwight.
I know. I'm just kidding.
Right.
You know what I'm wondering? This is just an idea. I'm wondering if they're going to get together and Rick's going to come along, and then like Maggie and Negan are going to take the walkers and have the mask on like the Whispers and make the herds to go against the Civic Republic to use the herds. I'm just kind of wondering because where they use that strategy against Pope
the Reapers.
And the Reapers.
So is the Civic Republic, they're pretty nasty folks, right? Maybe they'll get Commonwealth and they'll create an army with everybody from the show, and Commonwealth will help them, and that'll be.
That's what I mean. They'll use maybe the walkers against the Civic Republic.
Yeah.
Because that's about the only way you can use the walkers, just to overwhelm with numbers, right?
Dude, how cool would it be if Dwight and Morgan came back and Rick came back, and you had like Dwight, Morgan, Rick, Negan, even Maggie and Carol, like all the big characters, like being the generals of this army of the Commonwealth, and you know what I mean? They go after the CRM, and it's like some end game stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It'd be kind of cool.
Assemble.
That would be cool. They bring in Michael Bay, like I've been saying, to direct that episode.
Do you think they're going to get a cure with all these test subjects? Do you think they're going to end it kind of?
I hope not.
I don't.
They got a spinoff, so I wouldn't think so.
I hope they don't ever find a cure. I hope that for real.
I like to leave it wide open.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to get into spoiler territory for The Walking Dead, but they never followed the comics completely. But at the end, you know, when it's Old Man Carl telling the story, I mean, walkers are more like I don't know. They use them as entertainment. Like there's people that carry them around in like carnivals and stuff. They're more like an animal. You know what I mean?
Didn't Carl get in trouble for shooting that walker or something?
Yeah. They're not dangerous anymore. Like they're just more like you would adapt to a bear. You know what I mean? It's more like a bear.
Right. They're like wild animals.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. I got you. Interesting.
We got any shameless plugs, Mr. Steven?
As always, we got Harrelson Tours. Y'all go see Jimmy, and then come see us in Sonoy, and hop on the golf cart, and then Jimmy can get you into some cool locations down there. Let's see what other plugs I got. You got to hit up the Woodbury shop, of course, when you come into town.
Come and see me in Kentucky. I'll take you to Cynthiana.
No doubt.
There you go. Yeah. You got a tour guide up there now.
Don's got private tours. Message her for a private tour up in Cynthiana. We're gonna hit you up on that. You gotta do your research, and you're gonna give us. I mean, you probably already done it, knowing you, but
I know, right?
You got to give us the tour when we come up there.
Yes.
Instead of us giving you a tour, you're going to be giving us the tour.
Yeah, that is awesome.
What are you talking about? Don could probably give us a tour in our part right now. In our part.
I know, right?
No, I'm not as good as you all. No.
And I always want to plug Skybound Comics, man, because I love Skybound Comics. That's who created it. You know, that's a publication that does the Walking Dead comics, but they've got great comics. Invincible. If you like the Walking Dead and superheroes, check out Invincible. There's all kind of Walking Dead Easter eggs in there.
That's written by Kirkman.
Yeah, written by Kirkman. Ryan Otley's the artist, and it's a good show on Amazon Prime, but the comics are even better. I'm on my second go around of the comics right now. And
nice.
Yeah, and I pick up stuff the second time, just like The Walking Dead. Though anything Kirkman does is crazy. I mean, if you just Google Skybound Comics by Robert Kirkman, you're not going to be disappointed. He's got some great comics, not just those two. He's got a lot of good ones.
Yeah.
Oh, and I want to plug Casey because he can take us to all the great restaurants in the area.
Booyah!
Dude, we should do a tour of. So you go to these towns and you got to pick the restaurants there. We go to locations. We go to locations and then we eat lunch. And then we can have breakfast somewhere and then have like a snack or whatever, or brunch or something, or you know what I mean?
Now you're talking.
Yeah, we should do that, dude.
We'll do a walking location food crawl.
Yeah.
Now you're talking. That's awesome.
All right, guys, let's do our sponsors real quick. Let's let they go with that. Walking Dead Harrelson, the Water Tower Tours, Auto Wraps Plus, the camp. Abraham's Army, Survive the Night, Zomtography or Danielle. Walking Dead fans are amazing, and Walking Dead Horror Nation. Also, the Patreons. I'd like to thank Don, Christy, Jeff, and Casey, and Miss Linda. Woo-hoo. Thank you, guys. We love every one of you. Thank you for coming tonight. Anybody else got anything to say tonight?
I'm good.
You're all good? So next
I'm
week,
good.
We love next week.
See y'all.
Bye.
Thank y'all.
Thanks.
Peace.
Oh, I don't have the video ready.
Uh-oh.